This is LALATE with the latest update on your stimulus check and third stimulus package with a Monday afternoon. Wall Street's closed, but international markets are open. Microsoft's trading up about 50 cents in pre-market trading up to $2.45. Apple up a quarter to $1.35. Walmart up $1 to $78. And Tesla up $4 to $8.16. A scathing new report out of Politico midday today says that the third stimulus package may not be robust enough. Amid the concern of what is called continuing unemployment, the continuing unemployment numbers in the United States continue to grow, going from bad to worse. The big question is whether the stimulus package will go higher. A new report says it will. When the bill lands in the Senate, the bill items may go much higher. And one leaning Democrats ready to push it higher. The viewers of this channel are ready to push it higher as well. Bigger stimulus checks? Yes. Bigger FPUC? Yes. Bigger EIDL grants? Yes. Suddenly, the push is underway to not only make the items bigger and bolder, but not expiring. In essence, to have the bill provisions allow the items to reoccur as unemployment numbers don't rebound if they don't. And by all indications, they may not, and you should get stimulus again in the next few weeks. This is incredible big news, as economic factors now suggest that this stimulus package should get automatic regeneration of stimulus shortly thereafter and should not expire in August. I have all the incredible in-depth economic, financial, and stimulus news on this big afternoon's recording of Afternoons LALATE. Good afternoon, and live from Los Angeles, this is LALATE, the most comprehensive online business reports you can find. From Wall Street to Main Street, from my home to your home. Thank you for joining me on Afternoons LA. This is Check. In 30 minutes after this, I will be back with third stimulus, in which I go over more of the items on the third stimulus check and third stimulus package provisions, and then I'm back live with you with What the Chuck. So thank you for joining, and welcome back to those of you who were gone because of outages in the Midwest. I am sorry about those outages. And those that have you returned to this channel, welcome back. Make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. This channel is now at 99 million views in 9 months. We're 1 million away to get that 100 million record number never achieved in the history of any broadcast channel, financial, business, or otherwise, so help us get it together as a family. Also, consider becoming a member. The member link is at the top of this chat, and also the bottom of the description. Purple Power, Calcino VIP, or Purple Hawk. In this recording, I'm going to go over why the third stimulus package bill items may go higher, bigger, bolder, and more reoccurring because economic numbers are not lining up as Joe Biden anticipated them, going from bad to worse in the month of January and could get worse this Thursday. All this incredible great news as we start a Thursday after... Wait, we're not at the weekend yet. Who said we're at Thursday? It feels like we're at the weekend. A Monday afternoon of Afternoons LA. Let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you start the afternoon is that the markets across the globe are open today while Wall Street's closed because of President's Day. International markets are up shortly. Asia Pacific Index about 0.6%. The euro is climbing shortly, up about 0.1% to 1.2. And the S&P is up about 0.5 as of this afternoon, and the Asia markets are up about 0.6. Midwest is being hammered very badly as outages because of cold freezes have caused everything from pileups to shutting down of grids. Some viewers have been out of power for days. One of the volunteers told me to tell you that give the volunteers some time because they've had outages as well. In Texas, the Electricity Reliability Council indicates its #1 grid for electricity has been down since Sunday. 800 daily record outages have been reported across the South Pacific, the Midwest and Southeast. And in oil, it's getting worse. Motiva Enterprises reports that its major refinery in Port Arthur is offline because of the cold winter snap. The major power source in Galveston Bay, Marathon Petroleum Corp, has shut off its refinery, and that millions in Texas have lost power because of this enormous freeze that is impacting oil, electricity, and wind farms across the board. Ultimately, I keep your spirits in my hearts. This is not expected to continue much longer, that this outages could impact everyone across the board. Last week, on Friday, the third stimulus package bill was finalized in the House. The bill has now been finalized and is ready for a vote. In it is a stimulus check, $1,400 for individuals, $2,800 for a married couple, $1,400 for children, $1,400 for adults. One report I saw somewhere today said they hadn't decided on something. No, the bill is actually finalized. There's been a lot of incorrect reporting across the board where they say this and that. It's because the news reporters don't know what's going on. Let's just make it very clear. The bill is done. The bill is ready for a vote, and the bill is going to be passed in the House of Representatives no later than February 22nd. That's a finality. Now, clarity as to what is in the bill, that will come in the next day or two as the bill is debuted first on this channel to members of this channel, and I'll be certainly covering it on the broadcast of the show. So the bill provisions, the income levels have been unchanged. Someone said somewhere that they had been changed or they were maybe going to change. That's categorically untrue. And then another person said that they were going to, in the House, include the SSI and SSDI. They're not going to do that either. The bill is finalized and being called for a vote, and that the vote is likely to modify too much in the House. It's the Senate where things may get modified. More about that in a second. Next, you could get a $35,000 stimulus check. Lord, how is this happening? Well, let me tell you the mathematics. If you are a parent of a child, that child age 5 to newborn, will get a $3,600 stimulus check under the child tax credit and a $1,400 stimulus check. That's $5,000. The $300, they will be paid accordingly. The $1,400 stimulus check will come, as you expect, right after the bill is signed. And then the $3,600 will be paid the following way. $300 a month starting the month of July. That's $5,000. If you have 7 kids, you can get up to $35,000 in stimulus checks, provided there is no phase out of the number of dependents under the $1,400. There is no phase out confirmed in the child tax credit. Next, if you're a college student, you're going to get $1,700 plus $1,400, which is $3,100. You're going to get a $1,400 stimulus check, and you're going to get a $1,700 college student financial aid check as well. Then if you are a 6-year-old to 17-year-old, you're going to get $3,000 plus $1,400. You're going to get that as a child tax credit, and you're going to get that. You're going to get $3,000 as tax credit, and you're going to get $1,400 stimulus check. Next, if you're a small business operator, you're going to get $5,000 plus $1,400. So there's an EIDL grant in there of $5,000. You can get that plus $1,400. There's other deal provisions that compound. If you're on SSI and SSDI and Social Security and railroad benefits, you can get $1,400 plus rent, $1,400 plus utilities, $1,400 plus childcare. So as a person on benefits, you could see $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 under the third stimulus package as well. I'll detail that more as we have the bill. If you are an essential worker, you could see $1,400 plus $1,500 plus hazard pay. So what is that? That's $1,400 stimulus check, $1,500 of earned income tax credit if you made less than $25,000, and hazard pay. The earned income tax credit, however, it looks like it may not pay until next year. I hope they modify that language. All these provisions are what the focus channel has always been, getting you big money. Now, if you're watching this channel, I have two major announcements for you before I get to third stimulus in detail in this video. First, people who apply for the EIDL grant in 2020 are now getting paid the remainder of the $10,000 EIDL grant from 2020. And they are getting paid if they were non-low income based businesses. Remember, the SBA is paying first the low income based businesses from 2020, and then they're paying the non-low income based businesses. Next, they're going to head over into 2021 and start paying out EIDL grants for 2021 second stimulus package applicants. And 2020, because I think the second stimulus went live for a few days in December. Those, if there were anyone that applied in 2020 for the EIDL grant as well under second stimulus. There's so much happening across the board, but the big news today is that Political report. That Political report is talking about one very core group. And the core group is what is called long-term unemployment. Last Thursday, the new jobless claims number was out, and the number was not good. It was 800,000 new jobless claims. Now, it's vacillated between 700 to 1.1 since the existence of this channel on January 25th. It is gone up and gone down, but it's never gotten better than 700,000. Before the pandemic had started, it was at 200,000. Last week, Janet Yellen, Treasury Secretary Joe Biden, said she doesn't expect the number to be back to pre-pandemic levels, 200,000, until next year. Jerome Powell, head of the Federal Reserve, said the same thing, that he doesn't see it back to normal until next year. Well, the Political report says that it's worried the number may not be back until normal for 10 years. Now, putting even that topic aside, the big concern of the report is what's called the continuing unemployment number. People who were not just newly unemployed this last week, but have been unemployed before and are continuing unemployment. That number is currently at 21 million people. Of that number, 4 million of them are long-term unemployed. What does long-term unemployed mean? It means that you've been unemployed for 6 months or longer. The number is so bad currently that it's only 6% away from the worst number ever reported on U.S. history, which was in the Great Recession. They're concerned that if that number does not improve for long-term unemployment, the number may remain bad for over a decade. And here's the question. Is this stimulus package big enough to change that trajectory fast enough and quick enough? No, says Democrats. I also say no as well. Here's the rub. The stimulus package has a series of items that are smaller than where they were supposed to be in December. They're not being delivered as promised. And now some Democrats are coming forward and say, wait a second, this is not what I agreed to. And when this lands in the Senate, guess what? I'm going to push back and say, no, you do it my way or I'm voting against it. There's no less than 3 Democrats who have now stepped forward in the last few days, and you as the followers of Shara should get them to step forward as well more, to say these items are too small. The items that need to go bigger and bolder and be done differently are the stimulus checks, the unemployment, the hazard pay, and the business assistances. The business assistance, of course, are EIDL grants and PPP. The hazard pay, of course, we have not seen it in bill form yet. The FPUC, of course, is something that goes on top of your UI and PUA. And the stimulus checks are, of course, direct independent economic impact payments. Now, here's what one of the major senators who is a Democrat said in the last few days. Senator Ron Wyden said, stimulus should not expire. It should be tied to economic factors. Now, here's why the Political report goes hand in hand with Wyden's comments. Because Political, Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary, and Jerome Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve, all say that unemployment is not going to improve dramatically between now and August and won't be back to normal until next year. We got that. It's a given. So under the third stimulus package, there's no explanation why items expire in August. In recent weeks, the president said, I'll give you as many stimulus packages as so needed. He also said, in another breath that he doesn't want things to continually expire. I rather have an easier way to get them in there so they don't expire. Here's the easier route. Tie the items to economic factors so that they don't expire. There's two ways to look at the stimulus check situation. One, give a bigger stimulus check right now as promised. Or two, say that if unemployment is not better within 3 months by the end of April, then send out another stimulus check. If unemployment numbers, which are currently about 800,000, remain over 500,000 new unemployment claims per week, then send out another stimulus check from Treasury on April 30th of this year. You don't even have to call a roll call for a vote. The bill is done. This would be the bill. There wouldn't need to be another bill. It's simple. And then then give it another 4 months after that. If it's still over 500,000 by October 30th, do another stimulus check. This is how things should be written, not with these expiration dates. That's the first item. And as to that first item, Ron Wyden says, I don't understand why I don't understand why FPUC under Biden's stimulus package expires in August. I don't understand it. No economic data supports that FPUC should expire in August. Moreover, nothing in the legislative schedule of senators who Joe Biden once was suggests that FPUC should expire in August because they go on vacation in August. If they go on vacation in August, if they go on vacation in July, if you've been a long-time viewer of this channel, you know what happens in July and August. They get nothing done until about September 15th to September 30th, meaning they'll reintroduce the bill in September, it'll get done in October, and you'll be waiting for stimulus relief from July to almost October. No bueno. This should be already set up to send out the payments. Now, how much of a stimulus check? Well, Ossoff and Warnoff said that they were going to do $2,000 stimulus check. Biden and Schumer said $2,000 plus $1,400. Everyone said $2,000 plus $1,400. The fix-it for this right now is fix the number. When the bill lands in the Senate, get behind people like Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren. Just tweet this video, share this video, call their office and say, why is it $1,400? It needs to be $1,400 plus $2,000. That's the first item. The second item, FPUC. I'll be covering that in the video after this. The third item, EIDL and business grants. I'll cover that in the video after this. But the important thing to understand is that stimulus should not keep on expiring. And the problems we have as we sit here today as viewers, you and I, is because of stimulus packages expiring. Not so much that the numbers weren't big enough. It's that they kept on expiring. It went from March to May, expired in July. It went from July to December and expired in December. Things should no longer keep on expiring. When the two number one and number two forces in the country for economics, Yellen and Powell, say we're not back to normal until next year, why has a stimulus package been based upon an idea that we're back to normal in a few weeks? Unemployment numbers continue to be a concern. Robert Rosner, a cautious signal. If we're left with a large pool of long-term unemployment workers, it's something that could mean persistence high rate of unemployment and support for unemployment benefits. This is mostly about a large share of them, a large share of unemployed risk losing their apartment or their home, says Bill Spriggs, economic analyst at AFL-CIO. You don't want people going bankrupt and having to live to dig out of that, says Catherine Abraham. This is going to be bad, and it's going to be bad for the economy too. She's the former member of the White House Economic Advisors under the Obama administration. Ultimately, we stay positive, focused, and motivated, but we also stay persistent. Tell people to get on Facebook to share this video. Tell people to share and become a subscriber. Thank you for the new subscribers who've come into the mix. Tell other people to share and come in here. Meantime, this is the channel that's based upon numbers, fact, and information. My focus is to get you informed, educated, and keep you motivated and positive. And with that, I'll see you next on third stimulus coming up right after this. Stay informed, stay focused. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and consider becoming a member of Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. And stay with LA for more.